been through anything to listen to all that footage last night and then take all the language and everything out. So thank you so much, and no ducks as well, and every single person behind the scene, because it's very hard because I've got so many people now to name everyone. So I always feel like I'm letting people down by not mentioning them. So I might just have to start saying everyone.
Did I sign a contract?
It's you again, Alex.
Did I sign?
We've got more of you, obviously, because you were saying, oh my God, you know, when they were saying all that stuff before.
On any dotted line?
But I'm not going to town on anybody that said all this stuff today, because, you know, I can't put it out there, because then that'll be getting them to respond. Whereas if I just highlight, look how you behaved today, you know, you can't really call me type of thing. Not you.
No.
I'm talking about bloody when we've got the Tory in and stuff coming up. Play the video. It was lovely to meet you, Tanya, but if you want to watch videos, love, I suggest you scroll the FYP. You're blocked. This is a talk show.
An evil queen. Listen, bitch. God love her. Stop dishing out compliments to the wrong people, because...
No, because it's not that. It's like, I can't breed negativity towards Alex if he said the right thing, and I know we're not going to be bestie mates or friends, and it's not that I'm being friends with anybody, but if I want to be honest, then I can't live in, oh well, they've done that to this person, or they've done that. I've got to keep my show professional, and that's what I want to do. I don't want all this trouble.
This is what happens. I
want to come on, do my show and go off.
Do you know what I mean? Smoke up the hoop. Smoke up the hoop.
If I just say, just don't respond, Shelley, I'm not having me say, love, I'm just highlighting that obviously people's behaviours have been poor all round, you know, type of thing. So it's not to hammer anybody, it's maybe to give them a little look in the mirror.
Jesus Christ.
Not this clip, this is just, I'll tell you which clips I mean.
I'll see what I've got to deal with.
Good evening, Susan. Hello, everyone.
Hi, see what I've got to deal with now. You shall never shit stir between me and the evil one. Absolutely not, because you don't know the conversations we have behind the scenes. Yes?
I felt so bad today, you know, because I was panicking because you'll hear what they were all saying, that like, well, we're not going to say that you've went through your abuse then if you don't stand by an abuser. But Zach's really responding through trauma, like misread trauma response this morning, like to become emotional, like mine when I was trying to, like, because, you know, everyone thinks I hate misread, and I was coming on to do it down and all that, you know. I just wanted to take my time to let my brain catch up, because I've obviously, like, you know, my brain's working a bit differently these days, so I have to, you know, I can't just, because look what happened the other night. I acted on impulse and emotion, and, you know, like, obviously I could have put someone in danger, and I'd never want that, and that didn't become apparent until afterwards, because I was just like, right, I'm helping somebody, but then, you know, because I've never been in that position before.
I would rather be there for her.
TV show me questions ever? No.
Publicly, but rather be there for her.
And that's why people don't go to the police half the time, to be honest, Alex, is because, you know, look at the way everybody's treated me, I'm a liar and this, because they don't like me, and that instills fear in you that if they get a no further action, then they're vindicated, then apparently according to law, because they've not been charged, so you didn't go through it, and you're almost invalidated by that. So it's very difficult for anyone who's been through, and I can relate, because like, to go to the police about it, I've got so much evidence, but because he's plastered so many things over social media to try and disprove it, it's so muddied, you know what I mean? And like, if he tried to come for me, I would make a point of proving it all, but I'm not going to go out my way to get him, you know, an NFA from the CPS, because he's muddied the waters that much. You know what he did when they posted his picture in the paper? He phoned the paper up, emailed them and everything, and that woman, that DIY detective with the AI software who's putting things in the computer to troll us, she put all the emails up, because he's been communicating with her, like, so it's all the women, you know, it's the women that's helping him, it's no men are not helping Rickster, it's women, and that's crazy, you know, that woman is even like, and she like, and he got the picture removed, you know, and it is him who done it, and like, that's twisted, but I've got the screenshot with your picture on, I'll always produce that. So it existed, and you enabled and Mother Teresa as well, when they joined up Misread's box and went, it's nothing, but it wasn't nothing to me after what I'd been through, and it's weird, it was real life, it wasn't an app argument or that. Have I ever, because I can't really recall why this Mother Teresa Clayton Leighton person has got such a venom, because I've never really had that many arguments with this person, the odd jab, but nothing as severe as the people who actually have said things who are actually alright with me now. But like with him, he's just so bitter and twisted and hateful and vengeful, and oh my god, so willing to invalidate like real life abuse to, you know, like imagine having that as your friend. Fucking hell, that's a sheer sign. Do you know if people show themselves like that and they're not doing an act like all my stuff that I used to do, because this is me as a person talking to you now and over the past few weeks, you know, and but that's him as a person. At least I'm not that person, which is great.
behind the scenes.
I could have led with vengeance tonight, but I'm not that person anymore, you know what I mean? I don't want Miss Red to go to bed crying, and I would have felt so bad all night, and, you know, all I've done is think about Miss Red all day today, but I also needed to teach Miss Red a lesson that she's got to start leaving people's pasts at the door when discussing current issues, because it's taken away. You can't let people who don't like the person that's getting talked about say, but you've got to remember they've did this, and you've got to remember they've done that, you know, and remember this happens to men too, but we'd need to talk about the article, the news itself that we're covering, you know, everybody else, like, there's people there who support the people that Miss Red's friends don't like, for instance. So Miss Red's friends and Miss Red won't go against her friends in that way, because it's hard for Miss Red, because like as much as everybody thinks she's like, you see, this big strong person, I know she's an absolute fanny, you know, I've been friends with this woman, so she frustrates the life out of me. But like, to put haters who don't like the person involved when it's something real life is not good, and I hope lessons can be learned from all, or by all, because I've learned a lot of lessons.
An exploited situation that she's already finding traumatic enough publicly when I've already addressed it. But I'll address
It's difficult for Zach to speak on certain things though, because he's also worrying about me, like Canadian Angie was the other day. Like, they genuinely don't know whether to put it out, they don't know whether I want it to go out and stuff, you know what I mean? So because it's a real life situation, people were treading more delicately, you know what I mean? And Zach knows that Chelsea is being guided wrong, because he's a professional live streamer too. Because Chelsea was doing great until she broke ties with me, and that's not me saying anything bad on me live to detrimentally affect her. She's affected herself off the back of it, because like, she's not up to date with what's going on this side. She's, you know, trying to find people who are upset with me because she feels like some type of way, but she created this whole situation by listening to people saying I said she was gambling, and I didn't, and I've changed my thing now as well. I say giveaway to first when I changed the wording, to change it myself, to cover myself. I slipped up a few times, but now, if you notice, I never say the word waffle, I say giveaway, because I'm used to it now. So, and Chelsea generally said, but she's been saying it, emphasising more. It's not a problem, the word. It was just some of the language used, and I showed the proof for 2 hours to Chelsea. I would never give my platform up and lose half my money for that, you know what I mean? But there's no convincing her at the moment, because people are in her ear. Khan, this is you.
Did anyone else's heart just sink for Evil Queen yesterday? The fucking hypocrites on here. So I've just woke up, I've not even fucking brushed my hair, but
I love the Manchester. Is this the Manchester accent?
I've seen all these videos on my feed.
Me mate Emily's got this accent.
Of all these accounts with no followers. Evil Queen's evil. She's a bitch, she's going to hell. How could she play a call like that? Justice for Talia. She's also a victim, and how people don't get that is it's beyond me.
And you can't say this lad's up my arse because he used to hate me. Didn't you, Con? You've called me out loads of times for me shit. So that's what I'm saying. Everyone already calls me out, but then try and go back to it to excuse their own behaviour. Whereas we need to start every day as a fresh, you know what I mean? And discuss the issue and not the person. You know, discuss the person, yeah, but we don't need to go back through the archives, because Miss Red's guilty, I'm guilty, Alex Brigham's guilty, Delusive Angie's guilty. Everyone's guilty. Zach the Brat's guilty. We're all guilty. So we can't just take away from what's actually happening for the sake of the audience, because these shows are for the audience. So if we're running on venom towards each other, then, you know, there's actual people who've been through the same situations who are not being here, because then they can't join up and go, do you know what, this happened to me too, and start discussing it, because everyone's already shut the person down who they hate. So we've got to start thinking about the audience.
Now, when she's been getting, for the last year, harassed, bullied, made fun out of by them two, everybody's been playing those videos.
Yeah, they have. Do you know all the clips where, like, over the year, not recently, but over the year when they release things, they play it on the platforms and like, so they'd all play these calls, you know what I mean, that were manipulated, or bloody voice messages or whatever.
Yesterday, nobody wanted to play anything, and getting booted out of people's lives like we don't want to know. Fucking shocking. Chelsea, if you do come across this video,
absolutely, of course I was going to come across it.
I want you to know that I think you're very brave.
I think everybody involved is.
A lot of women and men will think that you're very brave for standing up, not running off.
It's hard for me to show like emotion stuff, because as you've seen, everybody, as soon as I started saying, listen, I don't want no trouble this year, come for me, because they thought, but like, I can now make you look very stupid with just like your own behaviour now, because I'm not currently doing the things you're doing. So the things that you're saying I used to do is what you're doing now, basically. So how does that work?
Fighting it head on.
You all want forgiveness. Torian wants forgiveness for saying chuck 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 and all that, but you won't give anyone else forgiveness, if you've noticed. Pearl wants forgiveness, but she won't give Zach forgiveness for what he said when she was racist too. How is everybody demanding forgiveness but not giving it out themselves?
That call.
like after this live today, I'm on a fresh slate. If people want to still abuse me and stuff, that's up to you, but I'm not going to be doing that. I highlight your behaviour towards me, and if I'm not doing that, and you're going to look like a bully, because I've literally apologised unreservedly, even in the press, you know, and I've not done anything to differ to what I've said I'm doing, type of thing, and who I am as a person, you know, now that I'm fucking, you know, firing on all cylinders. So, you know, if you want to move on from what you've said in the past, then I suggest you allow others to.
It was, you know, it wasn't the best of calls, but I still think you were very brave coming on, showing all this, because it just goes to show the strongest of people can be broken, and all these social workers and
Yeah, I agree with that. As any women in the chat, although it's terrible what's happened to me, as it made you feel a bit less weak, that I'm not weak, and look at what happened to me twice by the same person. Even from afar, he managed to do it. So I hope it makes you all feel better that you're not weak, because I'm not weak, and look what happened to me. You know, you're just open to love, and you've been taken advantage of, you know what I mean, for instance. So there we go. So at least I was willing to, you know, put my emotions out there. And then look how they all attacked me, you know what I mean? I understand why a lot of people have like been affected by things that I've said in the name of comedy or whatever. So I understand, but you know, once you've bit back, you know, if you just carry on, it's kind of like you've turned into the bully then that you claim that I am. If you constantly won't listen because you're clouded by venom. But remember, and like I proved tonight, it's very easy to not live in the past and to not hammer misread tonight and not make her go back to the way she used to be, because we've all changed, we've all learnt new things, we've met new people, we understand a little bit more about people's lives, we've got a bit more, you know, understanding. And I want this year to be a great year where, you know, there's none of that shit.
Armour dumpers and trigger warnings in these lives saying that how you're a bitch and you're a piece.
But we won't focus on this too much, right?
Do you think she's worried, as in if Rickster's trying to get in with her?
But how could you be worried about one thing and not worried at the fact that Zach has openly just said that man or woman can get it in their neck?
But look at how I've handled it, Torian, by being given time, you know, to like hopefully like make Miss Red feel better, who's meant to be a friend of yours, you know, and I haven't used it as an opportunity. I'm showing myself for who I am and that I don't want all that. Like, I could have literally piled some pressure on tonight, but I don't want to be that person because I've had it done to me, you know what I mean? And, you know, I understand all these little jibes and all that, but just remember, Torian, that you want forgiveness and for it not to be brought up what you said about somebody's child because you feel justified in some way because something was said to you. So you're heavily getting judged based on that thing that you've said. So, you know, if you're not open to allowing anybody else to change and to learn and to grow, you know, and you want to live like that, how are you ever going to get forgiveness for yourself, you know, if you're not willing to give a bit of give, you know what I mean? It's just constant hate, like, and it's clouding your judgment. Like I've explained now that I've been able to show everything, that Chelsea Lee Hart is not working properly. She's manic, she's crazy, she's stressed, she's angry, you know, which is none of the emotions she'd experienced when she was friendly with me, for instance, you know what I mean? It's everybody instilling fear and stuff. So that's why I'm worried about Chelsea, because she's so filled with this fear of something happening to her that she's willing to link up with somebody who is a known abuser, not just to me, to other women. But this is how clouded your judgment was, Torian.
Nick. But
what's the video? I don't agree with Zach at all.
No, I know that. But what I'm saying is, she can't come and say, "Oh, we need to look after CLA," and say, "Oh, we'll talk about the Zach thing later." No.
But look at what we've talked about, and we've like hopefully put a stop to all the problems to do with the Zach misread being upset and stuff. And you know, you wanted me to talk in your live with 530 people instead of earlier on there was 6,000 people who listened to me. You know, like trying to stop all of this and to make people understand that it's a lot of affected people and upset people right now. So I'm reaching out to them, not to get Miss Red to go live or anything, but you know, Miss Red's got me blocked, not on here, but like she's unfollowed me and stuff anyway. So I thought maybe the closest people, because it was Alicia I was talking to, not Torian. I didn't need Torian's help at all. It was like these two girls. I turned me things off so nobody knew I was in there, and I think somebody must have shared it to them. because I know that the Lucimanjis fell out with this just Nana, but like they were talking about me, and I was like, that's not because they were talking about the call and not understanding that, like they're taking all the human emotion out of it and taking themselves as a, oh no, well as of this you should know this, that and the other. I didn't even realise I'd been abused until it happened again. So taking the human emotion out of things not good.
Oh, it's affected people. Her whole thing is that get the abusers off the app, get the people
not the abusers off the app, just make them have a light shone on them and not things that have been said by other people overshadowing it, because we get onto an important topic sometimes. I notice even in Miss Red's live, and then it gets totally derailed because somebody doesn't like someone else in the box, or somebody said worse than this person, and then the issue doesn't get discussed, and then there's people left helpless in the chat because we've got to cater for the chat as well. It's you are the ones who so you can actually take a lot of control if you work together.
We take the piss out of women off the app. Your own right-hand man has sat on
He's not my right-hand man. I don't have any right-hand men.
His platform today and said the most disgusting things in light of all this.
Look, I was writing, I'll deal with Zach, help Chelsea.
This trauma and everything that's been going on.
So I was saying I'm going to address it, but I needed to get it proper, not just I hadn't even seen the footage of the stage. I didn't know what was going on because I thought Miss Red was don't work it out, everybody. Do you know when I joined Lucy, I was going, oh my god, she's trying to, because people are supporting me, and it wasn't even about me, but I didn't know, so I was oblivious. I was like, and then I text Zach and I was like, I think I've missed you. There's 2 stories going on with 2 different people. So Zach had to speak to me on the phone, and then I said to him, but Zach, I said, like, a lot has happened with you where, like, your abuser was platforms, and then there's, like, footage of saying, if you're going to talk about somebody, but that's platforms. So I wanted to sort this out so that there was none of this more happening, for instance. But anyway, so this is, hang on. That's not one of the worst ones. Hang on, let's get the other one. Because that's just the beginning bit. This is mainly Torian, to be honest. 2 women come forward as Richter's fixing us. So you're going to let Chelsea still back him? So let's help Chelsea, please. She won't listen to me. And then Hayley Comet was saying, somebody said it's just words. I didn't. I said what Zach said is words, and the victim is Miss Red from her abuser, and it's all been raked up. So those are words that didn't abuse a woman, but there's a woman abuser actively with the biggest platform on here, and Chelsea's frightened, and like she feels like she got a mutual. So I was worried about Chelsea, to be honest. Let me have a look. I've still got the Denny stuff to do as well, don't worry.
I think Zach is lying about his trauma with his dad. I think Angie had never been through DV, and I think
top girl, please don't
sink to their level, top girl. Listen.
So I think a lot of people
Zach is lying.
I've behaved badly, you know what I mean, type of thing, and I got roped into the whole like you've got to remember that these people stand by Red and Alex and Luke, who say we're not responsible for what this person says or our friend says, but then they want me responsible for Zach. So they were telling me basically that, oh well, you're not a supporter of DV and you haven't really been through it if you don't cuss Zach out. So you wanted me to hate Zach instead of trying to sort everything out and make people understand that there's a lot of hurt people who've gone through a lot of trauma, and like when it's like a scab's been picked and it's bleeding everywhere, you know what I mean? So everybody's getting affected. So Zach's got trauma, of the worst kind. His abuse has been platformed, and then it was said, and I have got all the footage, but I'm not going to place any up because I just was proving a point that, nobody is the worst on this app. Child abusers are the worst. Rapists, abusers, they're the worst. Not people who've had a backbite and one said this and one said the other, but your comment's more worse. No, all as bad as each other. Okay, so we've got Devon now, Devon.
That I've already seen, and I've already heard it, and it's Top Girl, and it's Torian, and they're talking about EQ, right? So EQ tagged,
So basically, Hayley Comet and Devon and Alicia were in a box talking about things, and they were saying, we'll always stand by and believe everybody. And I've literally got footage of them saying otherwise. So I tagged Hayley Comet and him to say, because they were in the box, and Alicia, and said, what, you really stand by, like, people who are victims, but, like, they are saying, your friends who you associate with, that, like, it never happened to Zach, it never happened to Delusive Angie, it's never happened to me. And, like, I think Devon, like, he's just a simpleton. He just doesn't have a clue, does he?
Tagged me, she tagged Alicia, and she tagged Hayley Comet. Now, I have to get this off my chest. This is when EQ... Oh, somebody nearly died. This is where EQ, for me, becomes, like, really annoying.
Pardon?
Really, really annoying. And the reason being is... The reason that she's tagged us in that video is because Alicia, Hayley Comet, and myself spoke out on what Zach the Brat said, right? Zach the Brat, anger, whatever, said that he would...
I had my first experience of how Gracie feels and Zach and everybody when I do something bad, because I got the shit for it because I was being good. So normally they're being good and get the shit for it. So I know how it feels now. It's so frustrating, isn't it?
Alicia, that's not okay, yeah? Point blank period. It's not okay for a man, homosexual or straight, to say...
Why was it linked up with me, though? I don't know how my story was getting invalidated because of something Zach had done. It's weird, you know what I mean? It's like, you've all lived through it. You've heard multiple women, and you're going to continue to hear more women who are being abused by the same man. That's just nuts.
That you want to put hands on a woman, yeah? Those women have every single right to be upset about that.
But how many times has loads of creators sat on this app and said, I'll booyaka you, you know, come on. And Corey, remember Corey, as much as we love Corey because he's been good lately, you know, he said that he would pour petrol on Pearl's house and stuff like that. So I think it's been sensationalised because of the sheer hatred for Zach, you know what I mean? But you've got to remember, Zach's been through a lot at the hands of these people, and he's very hurt, so as it's misread by people who've hurt her around her, you know, and stuff like that. So you can't invalidate Zach's feelings when his own father, who he'd done a podcast about, telling us truth, was told that he's allowed a platform. But when Delusive Angie put that content coach on her platform, who was an abuser, you know, everyone went mad and still talks about to this day. But Zach's father, who was his abuser, had a platform to lie to everyone, say Zach was a liar and all that, and it was horrible. So, you know, I think it's a lot of, you know, like, well, oh look, now you don't like it, now you're going through it type of thing. But that's the wrong mentality we all need to get out of.
Now, those two women that you have tagged in that video...
Because they were saying nobody should invalidate anybody's abuse.
When you're not in the room, have actually had your back.
I don't need anyone to have me back, though. I'm telling the ultimate truth, and I've been abused by a man, you know, and financially extorted money from the etc. We all know. So, like, what's this comparison? Oh, they've had your back. They're not even my friends. Look at what they've said about me. Like, why do I care if they've got my back? I care about my people. I don't care about them people. You're making out like I should care about your friends and who they are as people, like when they're being vile about me and saying, like, I didn't have abuse, Zach didn't have abuse, and you didn't, and all that, out of anger for something that none of us did. I didn't do it. You know what I mean? It all started from one person, and there's only one person to blame, and that's Poisonous Rickster.
They have had your back, and do you know what
I don't need these people to have my back.
I find really insulting that Hayley Comet is a woman that has suffered domestic violence, right? And when she speaks...
Oh, so let's say one person's went through more than the other. Thank you so much, Zach. Even I know, everybody, that nobody's pain is different, whether it be a day that they've experienced the abuse, whether it be a year, 2 years. Nobody's is more worse than the other person's, and, you know, this feels like, well, she's actually been through this and this and this. It's like, you know, it's not top trumps of who's had the worst abuse. Any abuse is abuse.
You can hear her passion, you can hear her experiences, and you can feel what's happened to her.
Oh, so invalidate me. Literally been crying all over the app, thinking I was going to get murdered, you know, becoming a former shell of the person and the strength that I'd become. So don't try and top trumps, Devon.
And Hayley Comet, right, had EQ's back. Hayley Comet...
I don't need these people who don't watch me, who don't like me, who have the worst things to say about me. She's abused my cousin for years as Hayley Comet, you know what I mean? So I don't like this person. I don't need her approval. You know, Hayley Comet's nothing to me. Do you think I need Hayley Comet? Oh, yeah, you've been abused. Is she the all godly of... if Hayley Comet says you haven't been abused, you know what I mean? Piss off, Devon, you absolute twit.
Comet has continuously said she believes EQ.
Because I'm telling the truth. Why is it like a privilege to be believed? It's a privilege to be believed, everybody. I should be grateful to be believed.
Alicia challenged Top Girl and said she...
Oh, so it takes away from what Top Girl said because Alicia challenged it, you know what I mean? I'm bothered about the people who are saying it, not the people who are not saying it.
too believes EQ.
Can you hear this language that's being used? We've said we believe, yeah, like I should be grateful. Oh, thank you for actually believing something I went through, you know what I mean? Thank you so much. Like, oh, God, nobody before you is, oh, yeah, oh, my God.
Right? That's where women should be standing together.
I have done everything for the women since I have had all this go on for a second time round, because to begin with, I didn't even know I'd been abused for the first time, even though I knew I had. It didn't catch up with me until this happened again, and it made me the same way and stuff. So, you know, I don't know why you are sitting there comparing abuse is abuse no matter what.
When it comes to domestic violence, whether you like each other or not, you stand together. And
I've done none but stand together. I'm platforming these women. I put myself in danger. I thought I was going to be killed, and I was willing to do that, you know what I mean? For even Talia, you know, even after all she's done, you know, I was still willing to help, and I'm fucking gonna be helping more. I've already donated £500 off all the views, you know what I mean? Obviously, because you gave me the money in the first place. It's not like it's out my money, is it? So I knew you would appreciate that, so I did that for you. I'm not claiming it as mine. It's you who've done that, you know what I mean? I think it's really important for people to stop bitching and actually do something to help people, and I'm going to do that going forwards. And, you know, I think because I've got an experience with something and I can relate to something now, then I think I'm going to make that like me chosen thing to give back every month, you know, off all the views. And obviously myself, because I could spend the money on something I wanted myself, couldn't I? But I'm being selfless. So, you know, these people are just crazy.
Rather than hear that, accept that, what EQ has done has attacked those two women.
You liar. Thank you, George Rebella. What a liar. Where's me in the box? Here we go.
So you're going to let Chelsea still back him? So let's help Chelsea, please. She won't listen to me. So is Denny a liar as well? Like, when we've got videos.
That, EQ, if you're saying you stand...
Is the Observer a liar as well? Because they're coming forwards as well. You know
They just want to talk about Zach. They didn't want to hear that there's a woman around an abuser.
Never said that they're a liar.
So you need to help Chelsea and get the abuser of all these women away from her. She's platforming.
Chelsea's not going to listen to us, but you could have passed the message through to Red, or, you know, if you really cared about women that much, you... Imagine Alicia's abuser was on the app and all of a sudden he was with Chelsea Liart. Do you not think she would be like me? You know, it's like they're all so consumed by hate that they just can't see that, like, that's my abuser. Whether you think he abused me or not, or whether you believe me or not, he abused me, and I know that for a fact. I shit myself when I thought he was doing it to Talia. He still could have been, you know, obviously, like, that's why I'm not, like, obviously slagging her around like that, because we don't know anything, do we? So... I was literally wanting to help somebody. I wasn't shouting at anyone, Devon, so stop lying all the time. You make yourself look so stupid.
That when you're not in the room, has continuously said, whether you like each other or not, you stand together. It's to defend your friend Zach.
It's not. Because I didn't defend Zach at all. I thought it was about me. I thought Miss Red had done a fucking crafty one. And she's seeing all the support I was getting and that, like, people weren't hating on me and stuff, and I felt like, you know, and I thought it was about me, so I rang people up, and I was going, you know what I mean? If she's going to try and pin this on me, that I've questioned it, I haven't. I knew what I was talking about because I knew where the footage was of me being called a liar about what I went through, and, you know, so Miss Red used the platform prior to discredit me, and then when she said to phone up the people involved, because we don't know if Talia is also my abuser, you know, like, they could have been phony baloney, you know, or it could not be, so that's why I can't really judge that, but that's going to come out in the end anyway, you know, it'll have to, one way or another, won't it? So just gotta sit back.
Because you don't have any other reason to attack those two women.
I didn't attack anybody. I haven't been attacking anybody. They're trying to get me to be like that, but I'm not. So stop spreading lies, Devon. Find the footage where I'm shouting or cussing anyone.
You came onto a stage, and this is me giving my opinion now.
I went into a room where there was 5 people to talk to 2 women, and you all bombarded in all of a sudden. I was talking about concern for Chelsea.
Because I don't really feel like I know enough to really have a proper comment on what's going on this app when it comes to DV, right? But what I do have a right to comment on is the fact that people are being very sneaky, and in order to defend your friend...
I didn't defend Zach. I haven't defended anyone in the situation. I've made my own conclusion and I've come out with my own, and I'm allowed to do that. Stop trying to put pressure on me to act like you, to be like you. I don't like you. You're not my type of person. You're an idiot. I used to think you were smart when you used to do debates and all that, but you are a bumble and buffoon, honestly. The shit that you're coming out with, I should be grateful that Alicia's believing me and Hayley Comet's believing me. Oh yeah, like I really need their approval to know what I went through.
And in order for you to look good doing so, in order for you to successfully back your friend...
I haven't backed anybody in the situation. I'm allowed to think about it all day, see what happens, and then, you know, get my things ducks in a row, because I had to find a footage from 8 months ago. You know, I had to record little bits throughout the day. I didn't want Miss Red really to come under attack, but I was kind of proving a point, if you get me, that we're all guilty and we shouldn't be judged on past endeavours when something so serious is in the question. And from now on, no haters should be allowed up who don't like the person involved, because it's clouded then. It needs to be people who are having an opinion on the situation, not on, well, she did this before, remember she did this, remember he did that, oh yeah, and they've done that. It's just about everything else but the issue.
You're putting out a narrative.
I haven't put anything out. I got jumped on all day as soon as I woke up this morning. Can anyone give me a rundown? So basically, Devon is making out like I joined the box to shout, and I haven't done anything, because I'm making sure I keep me cool and I'm regulating my own emotions, because I'm in control of them now, you know. So these have to make up lies. She was terrible. No, I haven't. You're the one who's being terrible to me, because I've changed and you haven't. You're stuck in the same hate and resentment.
Don't fuck with. And let me tell you this, because I'm sure it will get back. It's a kick in the face to the people that haven't done anything wrong to you.
Who?
The 3 people that you tagged in that video to prove a point.
Because they were sitting there saying we'd always believe Evil Queen. I'm saying, but your friends sitting there saying we all didn't get abused and our abuse is not real. So you're sitting with the people who are saying different. So I tagged you to say, well, look at your mate. You'd tell me if it was me saying that. So go and tell your mate. But no, it's and she tagged people who are believing her. Everyone believes me already.
3 people
with evidence and multiple
who
women.
Actually, regardless of how they feel about you, believe you.
Oh my God! Hark the herald angels sing. You know what I mean? Torian and bloody Alicia, believe me, and Hayley Comet. God, I've had the best seal of approval, you know what I mean?
And empathise with what you went through.
I've got actual friends who haven't tried to terrorise me non-stop and try and make me jump on a situation without having me full facts in order. Imagine I would have said something that, oh no, that's terrible about Zach. No way. I know what he's been through at the hands of others on this app, as much as, you know, people may think he's done stuff and all that. We've all done it. Every single one of us has said bad things. You sit there with Tori and you say, chuk, chuk, chuk. And I'm not bringing it up, I'm just saying, how can you delve into people's pasts and judge them on current situations and go, Hayley believes you? I don't give a shiny shite what Hayley believes.
And all because you want to defend another man.
I never defended him once. Did anyone hear me defend him or say I haven't seen any and I don't want to comment now? I want to wait till my show. Can we think about Chelsea? And they didn't want to know, and it's this. Look at yous. So this is what yous are like. This is what yous are like.
Who has done wrong, you want to throw people under the bus.
They're not me mates, throw people under the bus. Who are you talking to, you nobody?
And what I also find very interesting, in fact, let me see if I can get it up, because this is my response to you tagging me in your video.
Absolute idiot. I love that I'm in a great frame of mind because I can highlight how stupid they are. It makes me even more happy because they're all triggered. Oh, she's talking in a softly ha 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 ha. Who knew being nice would affect someone? I would never have been nasty if I knew this affected people so much.
With me, people.
Now I'm affecting people by being nice. I love it. I'm going to change my name to Nice Queen. And then everyone will be triggered because I'm being nice.
I am walking.
This has come off the back of me being nice. All of this. Because they're trying to be right. They're trying to make me wrong. But where's the footage of me doing anything wrong? You just shouting at me. It's on my story. I talk gentle and calmly in a calm manner. And I got jumped on and screamed at. So I'm making you and your friends look like idiots, Devon. I don't need to get personal, babe. You're an idiot, you know. You got no smart. You're saying I should be grateful that Hayley Comet's believing me. Go away. And nobody believing me.
I can't come on camera because I'm wearing something. But, I don't think I can find it. But listen, all you have to do is go to EQ.
The term works, doesn't it? Kill them with kindness. You're all embarrassing yourselves, screaming and shouting, invalidating people's abuse and making yourselves look bad, and I'm looking like an angel, hark the herald angel sing, you know what I mean?
Few stories.
Oh, loves. Well, I've got nothing to give you today. You're already in the prize giveaway for the 30 items, which I'm definitely going to produce to you tomorrow, don't worry. But you can still give me confettis if you want, love, so I'll still give you the same, just if you fancy and being a bit generous, you know what I mean? Because I'm being so lovely, aren't I? So, you know, you should reward good behaviour and not reward bad behaviour.
And read what she has to say about the Zach situation.
How can you read what I've got to say when I didn't say anything? I was getting bombarded to say something, but I wouldn't.
I want you all to read what she has to say about the Zach situation and then copy and retweet it.
Retweet? You're on TikTok, love.
I genuinely think that here's the frustrating thing about EQ. You can support her.
I've supported all the women going through this. I'm the one who's trying to keep a calm head and sort everyone out and not have misread in a mess and all that. So leave me to do what I'm doing. Stop commenting when you're a failure. Honestly, I'm not going to take advice from failures ever. So we'll listen, but we're not taking no advice from a fucking gingerbread man.
And stand by her because you care about the
I've stood by loads of women and I will continue to do so.
Violence. And it won't register in her brain. And she won't show the respect that's deserved.
Okay, I'm the only one who's actually tried to diffuse it and explain how everyone's feeling and how that Miss Red shouldn't be crying and all that. You're like your friend, like you should have really made her feel this good, but you know what I mean? It's because of me that Miss Red will sleep well tonight. Devon, what did you do?
To the people that do...
I mean, that woman's done the worst to me, I've done the worst to her, but we're not living in the past and I'm not going to do that and use my platform to hammer down on Miss Red. And she is a victim, just like Zach is, just like me, Canadian Angie, Delusive Angie, we're all victims together. So we shouldn't be going for each other in that way.
And
because we've all been through a shared experience in a way.
More so angry about her doing it to Hayley Comet.
I never did anything. They were saying everyone should be believed, and it's disgusting if people don't believe people who are coming forward with the stories. And then at the same time, Top Girl and everyone's in a box where I'm being invalidated. That's what I was highlighting, is the fact that no love. So I'm going to play the Denny stuff in a minute because the gifts have dried up. I've been on for too long now, so. Or if you want to gift me more, I'll do more, but you know what I mean? I'll play the Denny stuff after this. I haven't even seen them myself.
Like, I'm genuinely angry about her trying to twist a narrative.
I haven't twisted anything. I just wanted to have my thoughts and independent thoughts so I could go on my own platform. Do you know how many people like think they can manipulate and do things like this to me now, and I'm not having it? Like, I'm strong. I had a pep talk from Sam Bloody Walker, you know. I'm not a loser. I won't bend to yous, you know. I'm not gonna all of a sudden be like, oh, thank you so much. Like, oh my God, you say the worst things about me, but thank you for believing me. Like, I don't need your belief. I don't desire nor require approval in any of this.
On Hayley Comet. Because Hayley Comet is somebody who has seriously, like, gone through.
See what I mean? Hayley's seriously gone through it. I mean, you know, not... how dare you, Devon?
DV, who has had her life turned upside down.
And so did I. I've been publicly humiliated over this whole entire month in front of all these people. And I already went through a year of it before with the cunt to begin with. You know, so how dare you sit there and say, well, Hayley's actually, you know, it doesn't matter if it's a day, a year, 2 months, 5 years. Everybody has been through the same thing if you've had an experience. Not one is more serious than the other.
And for you to turn around,
I haven't turned around
and say that her feelings on the subject are invalid.
I never said this. Show the proof.
Because
fucking liar.
People that she associates with are saying the wrong things. It's getting boring.
But you just said Zach said the wrong thing, and because I associate with him, but you just said it's getting boring. You're so thick, Devon. Honestly, this is going to be fun. I don't even have to insult you, but you are thick. Was anyone else call that thick, what he's just said?
It's getting pathetic.
I've not done anything, said anything until my show. I initially thought Miss Red was trying to discredit me, to be honest. I didn't even know that and what had Zach had happened, you know what I mean? But I was bombarded.
Like, the whole deflection thing on this app is getting boring.
Does anyone think I've deflected or I've actually done the right thing tonight, you know what I mean, in my approach? Like, they wanted me to act on Venom and disregard Zach and throw him to the side, and I would never do that to my friends. You know, like, why do I need to lose my friends when you're telling people that, oh, Hayley's not responsible for what Top Girl says because she associates her. So why are you having this talk about me then, you idiot?
What happened is, your boy did wrong, your boy threatened a woman, which he should never...
He's not my boy, I'm not responsible for Zach, you're not responsible for Top Girl, because you're mates with her, you know what I mean? I didn't say it.
And rather than outright say, do you know what, he's wrong.
Because I don't want to cause everybody upset, because everyone's been through abuse. This is about abuse. It's not about tit for tat arguments or anything. This is people's abuse. Zach has been abused. Miss Red has. I have. Pearl has. Canadian Angie. Delusive Angie. And he's just like, one's is more important than the other, and you're trying to deflect. I have not. I want to help people. Don't want Miss Red crying herself to sleep and me hammering down as she's dreading tomorrow. You know what I mean, and stuff. I just proving a point that everybody's done something. And I haven't commented on this. I didn't comment it publicly. I made a point of saying I'll use my own show because Alex Brigham had it right when he said my power is my own live. So, you know, I'm not doing it in other people's lives. I need to do my own thing.
You've chosen
and I've been manipulated and coerced too much, and I'm not going to let the likes of this coerce me when I've done the right thing tonight. People were expecting me to come and wage a hate campaign against Miss Red, and I'm glad she's got the shock of your life. So look at what you've been saying about me all day, and I'm the only one who has diffused the situation. You've all threw petrol on it all day long.
Find an excuse so that you don't have to confront your boy. And the same people that you're accusing of doing that are doing the complete opposite. I watched Alicia and I watched Hayley Comet.
But it's not Alicia and Hayley Comet who said it, it's Top Girl and the other one, Torian or whoever else. So it wasn't anything to do with it. I was tagging Hayley because I thought she'd find it outrageous. And I thought because you were saying, because I was explaining about this, I only had an hour window to call the police, phone so many people to ask advice on the Talia thing, and I ran with emotion. And he was saying to some degree that just actually, and I thought, okay, that's why I tagged him. But he's making out I've tagged them to say something bad. No, Hayley Comet and that was sitting there saying you should never invalidate anyone's abuse and everyone should be believed who comes forward, you know, and stuff. And then they were saying the other thing about I showed you in the other lad that they didn't believe me, Zach, Delusive Angie and all that. But I haven't even had my response until tonight. This is my show at 8 o'clock. You can't judge what I'm going to say before I've even said it.
Both say point blank period that they do not agree with
what's this constant reinforcement of they don't agree with what's not. Of course nobody's going to agree with abuse. Like, you're telling me something like I should be grateful. Should I be grateful that people believe that he did the things he did to me, Devon? Is that what you're trying to say? Because that is disgusting that you're even going. I haven't even responded till my show and I've done nothing wrong. You are a bully. You are being seen as a bully because you didn't even let me respond before you judged me and then told me I should be grateful to Hayley Comet and that Hayley's actually been through domestic violence and invalidated what I've gone through. Or somebody could have met someone for one night and he could have battered the living daylight out of her all night long and subjected her to torture, and then she never seen him again. But so you're going to say she's not a victim still because she only met him once? That's ridiculous. Nobody's trauma on length of time is you know, you can't say these things.
Top Girl said. Point blank period. So what are you trying
What is this point blank period when you've just made yourself look like an idiot?
to hold them account to? Because they're
You wait for my show. You wouldn't force Miss Red on at 4 a.m. if something cracked off, would you? So why are you trying to force me on to give my opinion before I've, you know, come to my own conclusion? You know, they had me that worried that I was going to get invalidated again. That ask Zach. I rang Zach and I said, I can't defend you on this one. It's me real life, you know what I mean? It's not something on an app. And Zach was like, all right, I understand. And then like I thought about it and I thought, oh my god, no, that's like me falling for more abuse again and being coerced into something that, you know, like just to, but I'm already valid in what I've brought forward and the abuse that I've suffered. So why should I fear invalidation by these people to drop Zach under the bus when everybody's struggling right now and old wounds are being opened up and people are saying things that they wouldn't normally say out of sheer hate, you know, because it feels like what Devon's doing here. One person is more victim than the other. So I believe that Zach has reacted the way he has today because people are invalidating other people's stories and saying one's worse than another and then bringing up things they've said in the past. So, you know, everybody has felt this and it's not fair to keep spreading hate like this, Devon, when, you know, I've changed my ways and I want everybody to be okay, and I've been through something really bad in my real life and it's not Appa anymore. I'm not doing Evil Queen act or anything. You know, you'll never hear me say vulgar vile things, but I'll respond. You know, if you want to say, oh, look, see, she hasn't changed because I'm calling you an idiot, because you've literally just said somebody else's abuse is more important than mine, who's actually been through this, and this, and I should have spoke on me boy, Zach, when he's not me boy. He's just another creator on here. We've never even met in person.
They're actually two women that are doing the right thing.
They're not doing the right thing because they're not, you know, reinforcing that everybody should not be invalidated just because they've done things on the app. I haven't invalidated anybody in my pursuits to get my justice, in a way, you know what I mean? Re-justice for a second time.
They're standing by other women. And you're so caught up with playing the game of TikTok and
Do you think it's been a game for me this last horror month? Like, you've watched it with your own eyes. Does it feel like it's a joke? Does it feel like it's been anything for entertainment? Or does it feel like sheer, you know, distraught women are crying who are strong women and all that, you know, and you just want to try and hammer me, Devon, like you're just outrageous.
For tat, that you're not even taking in what they said.
I have took in everything, and I wasn't saying that Hayley and that had done anything wrong, but they were sitting there and saying we never invalidate anyone, but the people that you sit with, that you're saying I sit with, and I should reprimand Zach, but you're sitting with them, so you're not listening to yourself. You sound stupid. You're telling me that I can't blame Hayley and I can't blame, because they're saying they believe me, but you want me to blame Zach, you know, for being traumatised, and he's had things happen to him and his abuser has been on a platform in front of thousands of people being given a voice and stuff, and, you know, you've took the human emotion out of it. That's what you're doing, because you've got no empathy to the situation, because I don't believe you've been through it, because you would be relating in a way. So I don't think you can have a clear understanding when you're trying to make someone else's abuse more so than somebody else's, and telling me that I was defending Zach and I was ignoring this, that. I haven't ignored nothing. I was thinking about Miss Red because I know how I felt, and I felt like everybody was speaking about me and judging me and stuff, and, you know, my point of all of this is to show that if you just continue to keep hammering people with the past, you're going to miss what's important, and people are going to end up getting hurt. And look at where we are now because of vengeance and because of people's personal beefs overtaken and stuff. And, you know, Devon has just made this video out, thinking I'm still doing Evil Queen and I've cussed everyone and shouted at everyone. Show me some footage, Devon, where I've screamed at anybody or I've cussed them in a derogatory way, you know, and I don't mean idiot and are you thick and stuff like that. You know, I'm talking about abuse. So you haven't got none of that, so you sensationalise it and making it up as you go along. And if you're this big man who stands on business, show us the proof where I've done all these things that you've claimed that I've done to Hayley and everyone today. I've been outraged that the friends of these people, while they're campaigning for, you know, believing people, are saying they don't believe somebody. So I hadn't even had a response, and I was being told, well, you don't stand with women then, you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do the other. They didn't even give me a chance. I've just been through a horrendous time myself, you know. I'm trying to help others at the same time. I'm thinking about Chelsea, who's cussing me and doesn't, and they're saying You're the one who can help Celia. You can turn up her door. She thinks I'm stalking her. I'm not turning up at her door, love. She'll phone the police and then I'll be arrested. So, no, it needs somebody sensible like Miss Red. And all I was suggesting was that maybe Miss Red could message Chelsea privately offline, so it's not like a defensive moment where she's addressing it on a platform. So they took everything that I was trying to say and they spun it to make it evil and stuff, and it wasn't. It was genuine.
Hello, Patsy Stone, you alright? So yeah, sorry guys, that's my rant for the day. It's hard because I understand where the hate comes from sometimes, and
the hate's coming from yous though. We're all trying to heal and grow and move on, and you know, it's your people who you sit with, you know, who are actually creating all of this.
It's from the fact that,
you know, like the mess up, like with everyone has to comment on Zach before they've even had time to catch a breath and to take it all in. You know, you wanted everyone to judge him and condemn him and put him in a situation where we all know Miss Red, me, Delusive Angie, Canadian Angie, everyone who's cried, you know, have been the victim of abuse. So like, we're going through a lot right now. It's opened a lot of old wounds. People are saying things and being invalidated. So, you know, people are then saying, well, you can't have sympathy because you've not given me sympathy. So it shouldn't be like that. And, you know, this needs to stop. And Devon, you're a huge problem. Huge problem. Huge, massive. You're keeping everybody in a state of the past and what they've done, who they are, and who they've spoke to, you know. But your own people that you sit with on this platform have said to kids and all that, and I'm not holding that against all these people, because everybody says things when they're in an argument with somebody. Maybe something's been said to trigger whatever. I don't care. It's nothing to do with me. I'm not going to live in the past when something important happens and go, well, we've got to bear in mind that they have said the worst thing. No. Because if we want to judge it, then we could say Miss Red said the worst thing too by sharing what she shared and against many different, and we don't want to live like that. You know, this is a man who has abused many women on this app and is now continuing the cycle of abuse with Chelsea, who's weak at the moment, you know, because she believes like things are happening and she's being trolled by this me, and you know, it's being reinforced by people who don't like me. So this hate needs to stop. I need to look after people. See. Pile drive on Miss Red to show her all her bad behaviour towards others, and I haven't done it. I just changed my mind, you know what I mean? I managed to change my mind. And that's great, and that's such progress for me that I got myself to that stage. You know, everybody was winding me up all day, you know, making out like, you know, that, this, that and the other. And I was so happy I got to the choice that I got, and I was like, yes, that would be great, you know what I mean? People want me to, and wanted to be right, and go, haha, see, it was against Miss Red the whole time. It was against Miss Red, it was Miss Red that she was after, you know, it's been a plan. And I thought, no, that's what they want. They want me to, you know, get upset or feel like I'm not being heard, but I am being heard. And I know I am. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing anything. Sam Walker discussed starting his own FYP show, so he is doing this, by the way. I've sent him over all the info today. But I said there's no point in you getting a PC. I've sent him the stuff that I use anyway, but there's no point in getting it because he's travelling. I said, so you need to get like an iPad, you know what I mean? Hello, Liv, you need to get an iPad.
Last night, Stanley, you're going to start doing an FYP show, is that right?
Yeah, I'm going to start doing an FYP. The only problem I've got is this. I don't know how it works when you do a split screen.
Just hold it up because you travel, don't you, so...
Oh, yeah, that's easy. That's easy. Yeah. EQ can show you.
Yeah, I need to do...
And honestly, I don't need anyone who wants to hate on me and discredit me, because I don't care, because like I am safe from this person who abused me, and that's the most important thing for me, you know what I mean? And like I've had good people who have supported me, you know. I've even got like Sam, who's like said if anything was to happen in real life that he would undertake it for me, like without any hesitation, you know, and he wouldn't put it onto the media. He'd just produce the after results, you know, if like something was to happen. So I feel really safe because, you know, like I haven't done anything. I've spoken to certain people today as well on the phone. Thank you, Lola, my love, because I mentioned a few people yesterday because I felt like they were being used as a veiled threat. And then obviously, like, I spoke with one of the girlfriends of the family members today, and she's always been lovely, and they've all of them have been lovely with me. So I was just wanted to feel completely safe in my mind, you know what I mean, that there wasn't anything going on behind the scenes, and it's not. It's just his campaign. It's nobody else's. Nobody else is getting involved, you know what I mean. They all still watch me, for instance, you know what I mean. So I know that there's nothing. And I know I've got Sam who back me up on this one issue, not in life or everything I undertake, but just this one thing. So it makes me feel better. So I don't care who wants to try and keep me in the past, and you know what I mean, like all that type of stuff. Oh, we're gonna do the Denny stuff now, if I can get it up. And I've not seen any of this, and I wanted to leave it till the end because I don't want everybody being held in, you know, this constant state of trauma. Right, okay. Okay, so all of this happened, everybody, on a live stream, so it was in front of everybody as well, and you can see Denny on camera, you can see him in the box and everything. So let's take a look at another person who has been abused. Not in a relationship, domestic, this, that and the other, but, you know, it just reinforces the behaviour towards women. Right, 2 seconds. And please be kind to Miss Red tomorrow. She's been through a lot. Be kind to Zach. He's been through a lot. Be kind to Canadian Angie, to Delusive Angie, to anybody who you know has had a personal, you know, investment in this. Everybody's traumatised. Oh, it must be still buffering because I've made it public, but it's not there yet. How's your dad doing? He's great, and I thought he'd be dead proud of me when I've done this tonight. I know he'll have been beaming that I didn't go for Miss Red and I didn't let myself down and let vengeance take over and emotions, and you know, I feel happy and proud. And as well, we've done the 500 donation from Muse as well, that I used some of the gift money, you know what I mean? And there was people going, oh, only £500? Shut up, love, £500 more than you. And I'm saying I'll make a commitment to a women's charity every single month, you know what I mean? So I'm going to be not just doing it once for good favour or that. Okay, so we all know Denny. This is G. Crew's ex-partner, but I think they're getting back together, to be honest, because she definitely still wants to be with him. And she's stunning, and I think she can really help him, you know, he's a great dad, but I think the womanly thing will help as well. So this happened on a live stream, and this has also been held on for a long time, which is over a year. So Denny has lived with this, even with G. Crew, you know, and I don't think he even knew, because he texted me and said, listen, Denny, I seen all this gone. She's contacted me, and she's got some videos. So, you know, this is going to obviously involve now G. Crew, because he has a duty, in my opinion, you know, to make sure this man, because of what he's done to, obviously he knows Denny loves Denny. And, you know, that to make sure that, you know, some of the fellas, like, you know, don't liaise with them on the app, or, you know, like, oh, are you okay? Where have you been? Not because they need to know what he is.
You're the one who keep adding to go live.
Let me just turn this up, everybody, because it's very low. So obviously we know I think she just split up with G. Crew here. How long have they been split up? A few months? I said a year, sorry. I think, when did she split up with G. Crew? Because they weren't together. It was after they split up. How long ago was that? Because I don't want to get any information wrong, give anyone reason to question anything. This was back in 20... Is it? Am I getting confused? I don't know what... Hang on, let me check the story. I don't want to get anything wrong. See, I'm so paranoid about getting something wrong that people are going to discredit people. I best just to get it all right, hadn't I? You know what I mean? Right. G. Crew said... DG don't like Rick at all. He's on my side. I got videos of Rick abusing Denny. She sent me them all. They're well bad. He decided to go for it as soon as we split up. So it's not 2022, is it? Unless G. Crew's got it wrong as well. Because this looks like an old picture, the Rick's the Tommy T one, doesn't it? So it's on a story. We'll just play it anyway. I don't know the intro, but it's the abuse is the matter, not the dates and intricates. Just that I'm worried that people are going to try and pick things apart, you know what I mean, out of vengeance.
You're always a little slag, that's who you are, let's be honest. You have a few lines of the coke in the weekend and get cock in your arse, that's what you're about.
Is that all you can say?
That's what I can say. Listen, Beauty, you're as big as a whale. You're as big as a whale. I'm insulted you. Of course I've insulted you. I'm not going to hide the fact that I called you a slag. I called you a slag, yes, and what? Oh, I think you're a slag. That's me judging you. You don't like me. You think I'm vile.
This is the first time I'm seeing this, by the way, everybody. And Chelsea Liart's with this person, really. Can you see why I'm so worried?
Oh, and you're a slag.
Live, and I declined you. You came on, right? I realised it was you. I was like, nah, don't like him, can't stand him. You requested to come in my live. And I didn't want you there. And then you're in here 2 days later still crying about it. I fucking got
when you were live yesterday, when I requested you, right, when you turned around and said, when I come in your box, did Darren, when you said, hi Rickster, oh, it's the Rickster, and Darren said, you went, why is the Rickster in my box? Did Darren say to you on your live, he's came to see me? Did he say that?
Yeah, but I don't want to be.
Did he say that?
I couldn't give a fuck. I'm asking Darren on his own live.
Let me speak and then you can speak. Did Darren say he came to see me, yes or no?
Yes, yeah.
I don't know you, I'm not interested in you, I don't know who you are, and you're to me, you don't mean anything. And then you started getting insulting for no reason whatsoever, said you can't stand me, you've seen me a couple of times, you can't stand who I am, and that's fine, right? Now I've come back through your live yet again. Now I've that I do not like you, or you know what I mean, you're pretty on the outside and you're vile on the inside.
You're not at all. She's lovely. I've been around Denny, so no.
And I've been opinionated on you. I think you're a slag. That's me.
Oh my god.
Judging you. You don't like me. You think I'm vile, and you're a slag.
All these women have stayed silent for this long because of the intimidation behind, you know, and the reinforcement by certain creators over the time, you know.
We both judge.
It's funny how all this is old footage that's never been seen before that these women have held on to, you know what I mean? It says something, doesn't it, when last night we had a woman who's held on to it. We've got Denny, the Observer, you know, they've got a story to tell as well. You know, it's like, this can't continue.
Right.
Hang on, you judge me.
This is the worst of the worst, not anything that any of us creators have done, arguing with one another, scoring low blows and all that. You know, abusers, child abusers, rapists, things like that, you know, that's the worst of the worst.
Judge me and said, I can't stand you, I don't like you, and I said, I can't stand you, I think you're a slag. So we've judged each other, and what? I think you're a slag, and you think I'm vile, you don't like me, so there you go.
I can't believe this.
We've got an opinion. We have got an opinion.
Because you're in my comments getting fucking white.
Hang on. Listen, you've got 40 people in here now. 30 of these people are me. You know about.
It's not about the following, darling.
21.
There's only 41 people in this live, so this wasn't seen by anybody. Why didn't it get the FYP? Because there's 40 people. Nobody was watching this.
Listen, hang on. Let me speak. Thank you for the gifts. Listen, let me speak, yeah. You've got 25...
The fact that Denny's kept hold of these should tell you something, shouldn't it, everybody? Like, there's been many arguments we've all had with, do we keep hold of the footage, where it wasn't even on the FYP, for instance. Like, the fact that she's kept hold of this says a lot.
Followers, yeah. Every time I watch you live, you've got 6 people in there, it's 15 most. You're no one. You think you got...
Is Denny in the chat, everybody? Can we get Denny in the chat and get it pinned? Obviously, because, you know... It's another person.
Because you think because you got a pretty face, you're a horrible little bastard. You're a horrible vile bird. That's what you're.
Horrible.
You're in the outside.
Sorry, anybody who's in the chat who has got any of like something like this that you've held on to, now's the time to come forward. I'm offering you my platform, but we're not going to be able to go on about this for much longer. So it's very paramount that you bring it forward now.
And
reach out to EQ Minx, you know what I mean? Like, because direct contact with me is hard, so you need to get me moderators or something.
And horrible on the inside.
She's not, darling. She's absolutely not.
You're vile. You're vile. You're pretty on the inside. That's what you are. You're a vile human being. You got you.
Hey, back to
vile person.
I'm vile.
You're judgmental. You know you are. You know you.
How? Please you?
Hang on, forget about used to. She will tell you herself she's a judgment. She said, I've never met Rickster before, never even watched God.
You're in my comments.
You're the one who keep adding to go live, you little slag. You always was a little slag, that's all you.
This is shocking.
You're always popular, and you don't even fucking come live. Show your face, you little tramp. Let's see what you look like with that.
Shut man.
Oh, shut up, you little tramp. You're nothing. Look at the side.
It's all women, you're nothing. Look at the language being used.
Yeah.
Imagine that in your life, though, you know what I mean? Like, being told you're nothing repeatedly, because he says that so easily, you know what I mean? Shut up, you're this, you're nothing, you're worthless.
Come on, big man. See if and you've one's a little fat cunt. I've got loads of followers, we always will. I'm a lot bigger than yours, you're popular, and that's hundreds of thousands.
Oh, yeah. You'll always be above these women. No, you're not. Everybody is seeing you, and they see you. So, big up Denny and all the women.
followers.
Short dick man.
From one to the UK. I'm known from one part of the UK to the other.
Not popular.
I'm big, I'm bad, and you're nothing. Oh, you're nothing.
Big and bad. Big and bad. And I huff and I puff and I blow your...
And if the clip channels want to grab this video, in case it goes down with the language, it's over on the Chelsea Harwood. I've reposted it from me reposting account where I put my stories.
Your house down.
Oh, shut up, you little tramp. You're a tramp. Your dad's a tramp. You're a tramp. Your fucking family are tramps. You just know. But
imagine this is an encounter, you know what I mean? But imagine that in your life.
You just don't mean anything. You're irrelevant. You're irrelevant.
You know your dad.
You've got 26 people in here. 10 of them have come out. 10 people have come into this. 16 people have come into this lot because of me.
So this never got FYP because there's 29 people and this is a boxers, you know what I mean, type of thing.
Not because of you.
Oh my god.
Because of me.
Get your dick out your arse, Rick. Come on, it doesn't. Get your dick out your arse.
Let me speak to this Scottish tramp.
Oh,
you two shut up.
Right, go on then.
What do you want?
Calm down. Explain yourself. Stop being a bastard and explain
this is why I'm playing it last, so I can end my life afterwards.
yourself.
Listen, I'm always calm. I just don't give a fuck. I'm always
You're not calm.
Why were you in my life 2 days ago trying to get in my box? I said,
Hang on,
I
would never get in your box. You probably get. If I went in your box, I guarantee that I'd end up with chlamydia.
Fucking hell, man. Really is all you have.
And afterwards, he's come in going, "Oh, she's 6 foot slag, blah blah."
You're the one who keeps.
This is what Awfully Great Amanda and the moderators have got around CLA, everybody. Imagine reinforcing that behind the scenes, because I'll ring you after the live, Chelsea. Imagine what he's saying and doing, and why Chelsea is so crazy at the moment.
I didn't want him to go live with you because you want to be a follower. How many people you got in here?
So imagine hearing all this stuff but behind the scenes, and then you're fearful, and everybody, you know, Chelsea needs to get away from this person. She used to know him, she doesn't now.
Look how many people you got.
My comments.
Hey, big up, man.
Yeah, TikTok shop. Make sure to check out mine and Sam Walker's TikTok shop.
TikTok is not life. TikTok is not the success of life.
Calling me names, right, for no reason. So I said, right, you can get your arse into the box and say that to me. That's why I want you in the box. Because you came in 2 days ago and I said, nah, I don't want him in here. That was it.
You want to keep adding me?
Because you're in my comments.
Exactly. It's always like, well, you're the one adding me. Because you're being an abuser and women can stand up for themselves, you know. And you don't like that, do you? That's why you're so horrible. Denny's gorgeous. She's none of those things that you've said. You know, disgusting.
He's fucking white.
And I've been with Denny in real life, you know what I mean? I know we had an argument. Well, I didn't really have an argument with Denny. It was G Crew's fault. Blame G Crew.
Listen, you've got 40 people in here now. 30 of these people are me. Even though
it's not about the following, darling.
You've got 21 points. You've got 20. Listen, hang on.
I need to message him, Jack. EQ Minx, you will grab it off you if that's alright, Ellie, and I followed you too, babes. Yeah, we need these ASAP because I'm going to look obsessed or something if it carries on, you know what I mean? So, like, it needs to be. Obviously, I will platform you all, but, like, I don't want it to look like I'm doing anything. You know, I just want to get people's stories. I'll get him away from Chelsea and then I'll be happy. Once he's not with Chelsea anymore, I won't give a shit. I don't need to be friends with Chelsea, you know, but she needs some normality back in her life.
Let me speak. Thank you for the gifts. Listen, let me speak, yeah.
I'll play all your stories tomorrow, but we need them in. I don't think I can take it past tomorrow if I'm talking on a logical sense to the degree where people that give a shit, you know what I mean? I know everyone cares, but, you know, it's an outrage period, you know, so we need to do everything now so that, you know, because there's a female user on this app who's got them in a camp and she's vulnerable as it is. She hasn't got people guiding her because they're still lying to her and not telling her the truth now. Even her own moderators are leaving troll comments and she's responded to them. So nobody's telling her and she thinks it's coming from me. But look at all this. Chelsea would never want to be around an abuser. She wouldn't.
25 followers, yeah. Every time I watch you live, you've got 6 people in there.
Hello, Chell. Thank you, babe.
One moment, getting fucking white.
You're judgmental. You know you are. You know you.
How? Please you?
Hang on. Forget about used to. She will tell. Just answer the question.
Yes, I don't.
This is on the Chelsea Harwood. If you want to download it quickly in case it goes overnight.
Like you. I don't like you.
There you go. Are you judgmental? Are you judgmental?
You put your life
judgmental. Stop. No, listen.
For you, for fuckers like you, yes.
Are you? Hang on. Let me speak. Are you a judgmental person? Yes or no?
Towards you, yes.
Thank you. So there you go. You look.
Who isn't judgmental? No, everybody judges somebody in life. Everybody judges somebody in life.
You used to know.
Rick, shut the fuck up, man. You probably get farted on by birds, man. Shut the fuck up.
You get farted on by birds. Nice comeback.
Used to stop speaking. You're irrelevant. I was speaking to Denise. There you go. There you go. Thank you very much for getting rid of him. I'm speaking to you, nobody else.
So that's a 7-minute 45 clip with multiple encounters. So if you want to go and get it, I've reposted it from the account where I've been posting the stories from. Hopefully you have heard what I've said tonight, and you know, please don't be, you know, I wouldn't go at anybody judged on what's been said the last few days, because you know what's happened, you've lived through it. It must be traumatizing for all of you. You must be nervous, must be gone, you know, watching all these lives and there's people being abused and yous have been abused too and stuff. It must be absolutely awful. So I do hope that the everything is like, you know, nobody is like, you know, racked across the coals, because it's been a really emotional situation for everyone involved, and you know, to the point where the strongest of characters on here have broken down. So it needs to stop. So make sure to support Miss Red tomorrow, love. We'll have no crying, Miss Red. And Miss Red, I am going to delete the videos from earlier, obviously showing the prior stuff, because it was just because I was trying to get a lesson learned by me too, and I've learned lessons, and I just want to move forward. And you know, if something happens to me in real life, or you or anyone else, we shouldn't be judged on what we've said to each other, because we've all. That's why I want to stop this whole said the worst things, because if you dig deep enough on everybody, we've all said the worst things. We haven't abused children, we haven't raped anybody, we've done none of those things, so we're not the worst on this app. There are the worst lingering around, and we need to focus on them. I love you all very much. Thank you so much, and thank you so much to all of yous, because the donation is from yous, not from me. Before anyone goes, oh, she's only done it because of this. No, it's not from me, it's from yous. I wanted to do something from yous, because yous have financially supported me, and I didn't want to be seen to be taking gifts off the back of something, but it was my trauma. It's involved the whole app, which is crazy, and I'm so sorry to everyone affected, because it was my abuser who's done all of this, you know. But I'll do my best to try and, you know, sort it all out. But I think tomorrow's going to be the last day that I can play any of these videos. So if there's any women or men in the chat who've ever had anything and you've sat on it, I don't think after tomorrow people are going to want to keep being dragged back there, you know what I mean? So if you could grab me stuff. It's not that I don't want to hear you, as I do, it's just that it's going to reflect on me, if you know what I mean. Oh, look, she's still talking about it. She wants to be left alone, but still talking about it. No, I just want to get these people start to reinforce, because no, like, people are judging me on pasts instead of seeing that there was the lady last night. There's now Denny tonight. The Observer has also come forward. You know, there's multiple trusted people aside from me. Thank you, Jenny, my love. Now G Crew is going to be involved, so you need to follow Denny and G Crew, because I imagine G Crew, because I asked G Crew not to give these videos to anybody, because I know people just wanted to use these things, you know, to, oh, look, but like, so thank you so much, G Crew. And Denny, that's very brave to do that. I really appreciate that. And I love you all, and thank you, and I'm so sorry everybody who's been upset or, you know, been involved in this and that, other wounds reopened, because if it's affected Miss Red, me, Delusive Angie, Canadian Angie, Zach, you know, and everybody across the board, then it affects yous too. But I don't think people think about yous very much. So I'm not here, everybody, anymore to cause any trouble. I did an Eva Queen act routine, and it made me lots of money, and then, you know, it kind of overtook my own identity. So I'm happy to have reclaimed my own identity, you know, and that has been on a journey of, like, not just, oh, I woke up one day and decided to be different. I'm on medication called dexamphetamine, if you want to Google. It's to do with ADHD, and it makes me be able to, like, think about things properly instead of rash doing things and rah! So, like, you know, I looked at some footage from the past and I've been mortified, you know. I looked at it, oh my God. So, you know, it's not an excuse, I'm not blaming anything. I'm just saying that I'm in a much better place now, mentally and everything, to be able to address things properly, you know. We've all done stuff, every one of us, you'll find something on. So we need to just obviously get through this, and hopefully it's made a bit of a change on the app, you know. So I'll see you tomorrow at 8. Thank you so much for everything, and I will promise to have everything sorted for tomorrow for all these items and everything else, because, you know, I was more concerned about, you know, all this. But I'm going to delete all the things about Miss Red, apart from the supported one, for 10 o'clock tomorrow. If you go to my profile where my story is and repost it and write something nice, because I think people held back on that, thinking I was just being funny or something, but I was genuine. And Miss Red, I hope you're okay. and I was gutted that you're upset. You know, I thought you were trying to discredit me, obviously through our history, and then I've managed to get myself into a mindset of seeing it for what it is, and that it's just a lot of upset people, you know, due to things in the real life that have gone on, and people questioning like who's more abused than the other one and stuff. And you know, nobody's in the right here. It's all a lot of hurt people who are not in the wrong, because we're not to blame. This has all come about because of an abuser, and it's opened a lot of traumatic wounds for everyone. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Love you all, and be nice to each other, loves, because like it's stressing me out. See you all tomorrow. Good night, God bless. Thank you so much again.